Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are on page 207, and our objective today is, I will add by creating equivalent but easier and known sums. So let's go right away to what the word equivalent means, and then we'll talk about the rest of our vocabulary. So let's skip all the way down to what equivalent means since it's on our objective. Equivalent means equal. So 6 plus 7 and 6 plus 6 plus 1 are equivalent expressions because all they did is here there's a 7, and here what they did to the 7 is they decomposed it into 6 plus 1. So our 6's are the same, and then they took the 7 and 6 plus 1 are equivalent. They're worth the same. So that's what we call something that's equivalent, is when it's equal but looks different. It has the same value. Another example of equivalent would be up here in our make a 10 diagram. Remember what we did in make a 10 diagram a while ago is we had our two add-ins, 6 plus 7, and then what we did is we took the add-in 7 and we decomposed it into two numbers. So that is equivalent. And then what we did is we grouped 6 plus 4 into 10. We put those two together, so that's still equivalent. All three of those expressions have the same value. They all look very different. So we don't say the word equal because they look very different, but we use the word equivalent, which means they have the same value. They're worth the same amount. That's what equivalent would be. So equal means they look the same and they have the same value. Equivalent means they look different, but they have the same worth. They're worth the same amount. Okay, so let's look at the rest of our vocabulary. So make a 10 diagram was one of the strategies that we've learned in this unit. In this unit. So we're going to be using this strategy again today. We've learned the doubles and doubles plus 1 strategy. So we're not learning any new strategies today, friends. All we're going to do is be practicing strategies we've already learned. So that's what we're going to do today is we're going to practice strategies we've already learned. Okay, and then this last word is efficient. This is a very grown-up word. So this word efficient, you might want to practice saying it with me. Efficient. Efficient is the best way to find the solution in the least amount of time or in the fewest steps. So this is a very big word for first graders. When I taught 5th grade, I used this word a lot. And what I would tell my 5th grade friends was efficient means that you're still doing your best and you're still doing work. You're just doing it the quickest way. Now, sometimes people think the quickest way is just a guess. That's not efficient, because efficient means that we're still doing it a correct way and we're still putting a lot of effort in. We're just choosing the strategy that's the best for that problem. Okay, so that's what efficient means, is for different problems, different strategies are a better idea because they're fast. Okay, so friends, I'm going to get started on mine. Okay, here is my first problem. Let me grab my paper really quick. Okay, my first problem looks like this. My first problem is 6 plus 7. 6 plus 7. And my directions tell me solve using solve using the given strategy. So solve using the given strategy. But they don't really tell me what strategy to use in this one. They just give it to me. So I would probably think, now when I look at 6 plus 7, what do I know about 6 plus 7? What do I know about it? Well, I know that 6 and 7 are those consecutive numbers. They're consecutive numbers, which means if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they're right next to each other, which means that 7 is just one more than 6. Well, when you have a number that's just one more, using the doubles and doubles plus 1 strategy is a great idea. So I might do that for this one. I might use the doubles and doubles plus 1 strategy. Now, friends, you'll see that I'm writing this. When you do yours, you don't have to make your own, but I'm going to be writing mine. So I might use my doubles plus 1 strategy to help me on this problem. Okay, so what do I know? Well, I know that 7 is just one more than 6. So I have 6, but instead of 7, I can write 6 plus 1. I know my doubles, 6 plus 6 is 12. And I still have the plus 1. And 12 plus 1 more is 13. So that doubles plus 1 strategy was kind of a good idea for this problem. I could have done another strategy if I would have liked. I could have also tried the make a 10 diagram that they showed me in my vocabulary. So I could have said 6 plus 7, and I have a 6 here. And then what I would want to do with my 7 is I would want to break it up into, I want to give enough to 6 to make 10. Because remember, when we use this make a 10 diagram, we want to add enough to make 10. So how many more do I need to add to 6 to get to 10? Let's see. If I had 6, I need to go 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't I need 4 more to get to 10? So I could decompose my 7 into 4. If I took 4 from 7, how many are over here? Let's see. If I had 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, I could decompose 7 into 4 and 3. The reason I'd want to do that then is because what's 6 plus 4? What did we just count? 6 plus 4 would give me 10. And then what do I have left here? I just have the 3 left. And I know if I have 10, then it's easy to count on 3 more. So 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's another strategy I could have used, friends. I could have used this strategy. But because these were consecutive numbers, I think this strategy might have been more efficient, which remember means faster for this specific problem. Okay, I'm going to do another problem. Okay, and see what we get for this one. Okay, ready? Here's my next problem. And it says 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3. Now let's think about this, friends. I did 2 strategies on the last problem. Am I going to use my doubles or doubles plus 1 strategy on this? Let's think about this. Would I use my doubles or doubles plus 1 strategy on this? Oh, I hope you're saying no, Miss Munoz. No. The reason I wouldn't use my doubles plus 1 strategy is these numbers aren't consecutive. When I count, these numbers aren't next to each other. Listen to me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those numbers are not next to each other. They're pretty far apart. So using the doubles plus 1 strategy isn't very efficient for this problem. So what I would do for this problem then, friends, is I would use my make 10 diagram. I would use my make a 10 diagram. There's other strategies that I could use that we're going to be practicing. But for this lesson, they want us to practice either the make 10 diagram or the doubles plus 1. So for my make a 10 diagram on this problem, let's write my expression. I have 8 plus 3. Okay, I'm going to bring down my 8, and I'm going to break up or decompose my 3. My goal is to make 10. That's why it's called make a 10 diagram. So what do I need to add to 8 to get to 10? Let's see, if I had 8 in my hand, what do I need to add to get to 10? Let's see, 8, 9, 10. Don't I need 2 more to get to 8? So I want 2 more to get to 8. Well, if I break my 3 up, if I break 2 over here, how many is going to be left over here? 2 plus, I'm going to only have 1 more because 2 plus 1 gives me 3. Okay, so now the good thing is now that we did that, we have 8 plus 2 is 10, and that's what we wanted. That's what make a 10 diagram is. You want to get a 10. So we got what we wanted as our 10. And then how much do we have left here? Just a 1. Let's just bring our 1 down. So what is our answer, friends? 10 plus 1 more gives us 11. So my answer is 11. But this is the goal right here, friends, is to get to this 10. Okay, so let's look at some together. We are on page 208 together. We're on page 208 together. So let's look at this. Okay, here is our first problem. Okay, so what I want you to see, friends, is they did something on this first one, and I want you to see what they did. Is the problem said 5 plus 9, but down here they wrote it as 9 plus 5. They kind of switched it. That's allowed. We're allowed to do that. There's something called the commutative property in math, commutative property, which means we can change the order of them. We're allowed to change the order of them. So they changed the order to 9 plus 5. The reason they did that for this problem, I believe, friends, is they just wanted the larger addend in front. So when we're doing our base 10 frames, it's less moving. So that's okay that they did that, but I want to make sure we see why they did that. Okay, so for this one, it says solve using the given strategy. They're going to have us do base 10 frames and make a 10 diagram. Now let's ask why. Why are they not having us use our double plus 1 strategy? Okay, they're not going to have us use our double plus 1 strategy because these aren't consecutive. These numbers aren't next to each other when I count. So we're going to use this strategy instead. Okay, so remember we're going to draw our first addend here. So I have 9. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had 9 there, and I drew it in blue. My second addend is 5. So let's come over here. And notice I'm using 2 different colors, friends. If you want to pause the video and get something else to draw with, that would be a good idea. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so my goal, friends, is to fill up this 10. We want to have a 10. So let's take one of these away and put it over here. Let's take one away and put it over here. Okay, so what do we have? Well, our 9 that were here, we left them here. We didn't do anything with them. But our 5, we broke it up. We broke our 5 up into how many? We put 1 here, and how many did we leave here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the reason we did that is because we wanted to fill in a 10. We wanted a 10. So what do we have? Over here we have 9 plus 1 more gave us 10. And then what did we have left over here? Over here we had 1, 2, 3, 4 left. So we just left those 4 alone. So now we have what's 10 plus 4. So we could count on that, or you could use this to help, or you could say I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So our answer, or our sum, is 14. So let's write 14. Okay, friends, let's do one more together. This one says 7 plus 8. And look what strategy they're asking us to use. Why do you think they're asking us to use the doubles and doubles plus 1 strategy for 7 plus 8? I hope you're thinking because 7 and 8 are consecutive. When I count, they're next to each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're next to each other. That's consecutive. So this is a good strategy. Okay, so what do we know? We have a 7 and then we have an 8. 8 is 7 plus 1 because 8's just 1 more than 7. Okay, so what is my doubles? What does 7 plus 7 equal? 7 plus 7 is 14. And then we have one more, which is 14 plus 1 is 15. So our sum is 15. This was a really efficient, fast strategy, but we couldn't use it up here because they weren't consecutive. So this fast, efficient strategy worked only because of the numbers that were in this problem. Okay, friends, you're going to keep practicing some of these today. Have a good day. Bye-bye.